Hello 102. I'm hoping that this will be a very quick video. I want to go over some things regarding your essay and essay structure, and then I want to give you your next assignment as well as your essay assignment. So you've got two things coming up. So let's go over essay structure and then we'll go into the rest. Okay, so we all need to review the way that an essay should be shaped. And by that, I mean, in the back of your syllabus, you have something called essay structure. It's kind of your basic, I guess, argument essay or thesis-driven essay. And what it looks at is the organization of your ideas and thoughts. So what I'm seeing here is too much summary. So a lot of people are just summarizing the story you decided to write about rather than actually analyzing it and leading with a strong thesis. So summary rather than analysis, that's a mistake I'm seeing. I'm seeing people having too many ideas in the same essay. You cannot successfully, in a 3-page essay, talk about symbolism, theme, plot, and characterization. It's just too many things to look at. So what you should be doing, what your assignment was to do, was to look at one element of fiction and how it either revealed the theme or the plot. You had an option. So you were gonna, theme or plot were gonna be like the big things you were looking at, and then you're gonna use something like characterization or symbolism to show how the author uses that element to reveal either the plot or the theme. Okay, so really there were only two elements you were working with: the big element of thought, plot, or theme, or the elements, and the smaller element of any of those other things you could have chosen from, like symbolism, like characterization, like setting. So I saw some really good work on a lot of those things, some really great work on setting, especially around Chekhov's The Lady with the Dog, some really good work around characterization, especially in Lucis Naturae, but unfortunately most of you are doing that alongside of too many other things, and you're not making a clear and defined thesis. So your thesis should be pretty obvious. At this point of writing, eventually we want to get to a place where maybe we can have the thesis not be in the first paragraph, or the thesis can be multifaceted and complex, but right now we're just working on learning how to successfully analyze literature with a lot of nuance and depth, and how to communicate that analysis. Like, you are all experts in analyzing literature. Our class discussions were excellent. But what your job here is to do is to communicate that on the page. Communicating anything on the page, whether it's a story, a poem, a letter, is very hard. Words are hard. Words are hard to work with. They're very difficult material. So I understand why it's difficult, which is why I want us to get used to this structure, because if we rely on the structure, we are more likely to be effective in our communication. So I want everybody to, you all have comments from me, but I want everybody to go back and look at structure in your syllabus. It's on the last page, I believe. Look at your rubric, look at my comments. I'm not taking revisions for these essays because we don't really have time, but I want you to take all those notes that I've given you and look at your rubric, look where you need to grow, look where your strengths are, and I want you to apply all of that to your next essay. Your next essay, let me give you that assignment right now, is very similar to the first essay. All I'm asking for you to do is to choose one poem of all the poems we've read. You have links to all the poems we've read under the videos, and I'll put together like a whole master document of them as well, so they're on one place. I'll put that on your assignment sheet. So you're going to look at one poem, choose the poem you thought was the most interesting or you connected to the best, and then you're going to decide what you think the theme of that poem is, or the message, and you're going to tell me how one element of poetry shows that message. So it's the same assignment as the last paper. The reason I'm keeping it the same is because I want you to correct the errors you made in the last paper. So if you're a person who tried to do too many things, your job is going to be focusing in this paper on choosing only one poetic element and how it reveals the theme. That's it, right? If you're a person who did not have a thesis statement, you need to work on developing a very clear thesis statement. And everybody needs to work on structure. So if you have questions about structure, if you look on my Facebook, I don't know why I said that. If you look on my YouTube channel, there's like plenty of videos on essay structure. If you look on my teacher Instagram, there's like a ton of pictures on essay structure from lectures and notes on the board. And also it's in your syllabus, and you have a sample literary analysis paper, which I will also include as a link so you can look at it annotated. The person who annotated it to break apart the structure and show which piece does what thing uses slightly different language than I use, but it's very comparable. It's pretty much the same, so that shouldn't trip you up. Okay, your essay will be due in 2 weeks, 2 Wednesdays from now. So I know I'm giving you this video on a Thursday, but you still have, a week and 6 days to complete this essay. So 2 weeks to do the essay. I strongly suggest peer editing. Exchange the essay with people from the class or people you trust as writers outside of the class before you submit to me the final draft. I'm not looking at rough drafts, I'm only looking at the final draft. So your job is to make a rough draft, have somebody else look at it, and then submit it to me. And your other assignment is to read. We are moving on to drama. We're going to do the drama unit very quickly. Your assignment is to read the chapter on drama, the introducing drama, which is on page 1152 to page 1175. Read all of that, including the play. The play Trifles is in that chapter. I want you to read all of that and read all the analysis of Trifles from the whole chapter, because that will give you a really solid introduction to the genre of drama and how it works. Then I also want you to read the elements of drama, which is the next chapter, of course, and it's 1178, page 1178 to pages 1180, page 1187. And your essay for this one will be the same, but there will be a research element. Don't worry about that yet, because we're going to make that one, that will be very quick and probably shorter because we're running out of time. So I need you to read both of those chapters, and then you're also going to read a poem. I'm still back in poetry. You're also going to read a play by someone named Sarah Rule, and it is online. It's called Dead Man's Cell Phone. So we're really only looking at 2 poems. We're looking at Trifles and Dead Man's Cell Phone, and I will attach that. So I would like you to have your essay written by the 29th, and have these drama, I guess maybe I'll do a video in the middle. If you send me questions about essay drafting, I can do another video for you that's instructional, that's more tailored to what you need next week while you're drafting. But you have 2 weeks to get all of this work done. So pace yourself, maybe spend a week on the essay, put it aside, read the plays, go back to the essay, revise it. That would be a good idea for actually looking at it with new eyes, which is what revision is. It's seeing something again. So yeah, those are my suggestions. I'm going to put all of this in writing under the video. Remember, you have to click see more to be able to see everything that's below this. And I will actually, because we're wrapping up one unit and you have an assignment, I will also send this in an email with a document attached so that your assignment is also in a separate doc as well with all the links and so on and so forth. If you have questions, let me know. And I will talk to you soon.